All right, let's go, man. Preview for week 9, review for week 8. So, my squad versus Ass City. Interesting. So, even though my squad is losing by almost, 50 in points, we still, winning most of the other categories. And can we come back in steals? I don't know. I have two players playing against his four. So it's two versus his fours. So I don't know. Maybe one of these players may not play, but maybe both of these boys get two steals and none of his players get steals, and I could pull off the steals category too. But it look like all the other categories are locked. Oh, 3-point percentage. So we still going for 3-point percentage. Pretty super close in that. Maybe even field goal percentage. Still slightly close in that. Assists. Yeah, I don't think he got the kids that'll get enough assists. So that's what it is for that matchup, man. Then we got Buckingham versus 808 Team Darmello. Wow, Buckingham pulling off the upset against the number 1 seed right now. And what else are they close in? Wow, he could possibly win 3-pointers made too. Oh, so assists, Melo, the number 1 seed could come back in right now. And steals, he could come back in too. So let's see what they got. 5 versus 5. 5 on 5. That's what's up. 5 on 5. That's what's up. So yeah, I mean, these two categories still up for grabs. 808 Team Darmello still trying to come back in. And 3-pointers, Buckingham trying to see if he can come back in that. But all the other categories look locked. All right, so move on to the next. But it looks like Melo hoping for a 4-6 loss, because it seemed like the most he could win is 4 categories. It seems like. So we got Target's Goons versus Me Too Movement. So Target's Goons, that kid's team has been involved in a lot of trade controversial stuff recently within the league. And yeah, we'll get to that in a minute. But let's see what this squad looking like right now with So his squad trying to come back in 3-pointers made mainly, it looks like, and he trying to win blocks too. So let's see. 3-pointers made. He got the 3 kids ready. He should be able to win 3-pointers made. And it's 3 on 3. Interesting. But yeah, he definitely got the better 3 kids indeed. My target's going, so he should win the 3 categories. So block category, it would be Giannis trying to get blocks really versus Jonas versus Jones. Yeah, that could be really up for grabs right there. It could go 50-50 right there. But it looks like he gonna win 3s. But yeah, that's what it is. Ass Nation Part 2 versus Taylor Swift Down Under. Taylor Swift Down Under trying to come back in steals. And 3-point percentage. Interesting. There's 2 last categories. And then that'll turn the game over 6-4 in his favor against Ass Nation Part 2. But it's 3 on 5 on 3. Interesting. So Ass Nation Part 2 has the advantage with more players playing. Wow, Jason Nurkic, man, that Draymond Green, man, he gets this kid, and he's been putting up decent numbers. But yeah, man, Jusuf Nurkic should never ever speak to Draymond Green ever again, and hey, if you want to offer him a deal to get back at him, hey, why not? Why not? And so, who do I think will win the steals? A 3-point percentage. Who's better from 3-point percentage? It's gonna be a tough one. Yeah, that pretty much depend on Devin Booker how he does from team against Washington, one of the top 5 worst teams in the league. So yeah, that should be interesting to see how that goes. Then we got OU Fat versus 420 Vitor 69, who just changed his name. And it's interesting that that kid was a part of the most blockbuster trade so far in this league with Chargers Zoom a week or two ago. And now he changed his name to 420 Vitor 69 off of, the controversial trade that Chargers Zoom tried to pull off again. Another slightly blockbuster trade Chargers Zoom trying to pull off. But the veto game and rules, but slightly enforced on the kid. So now he's trying to run the trade back again and getting even more players. Well, another extra player is involved in it now. One of the tiniest guards in the league. One of the smallest guards in the league. But yeah, you fat blowing out 420 Vitor 69 right now, 420 Vitor, and he can even win steals to win 10-0. And it looks like 420 Vitor is locked out of all categories. Maybe he could win free throw percentage, but that's still gonna be, a long shot to pull off. So we got 1-on-4. Oh, Draymond Green. Oh, the kid got the suspension and his team almost losing 10-0. Interesting. So now that he doesn't have Draymond anymore, he really is going to be looking for a big man. I'm thinking, right? So the kid who had Draymond Green team is look like they could possibly lose 10-0 this week. Or close to it. But yeah, next matchup, John's Blockheads versus Bud City Bums. Bud City Bums trying to come back in. And maybe a 3-point percentage. But that's still going to be kind of tough unless it's players hitting a barrage of threes and John's Blockheads players missing a barrage of threes. But let's see, we got 2-on-5. So, I mean, Bud City Bums got the advantage with the amount of players playing. I mean, maybe he could come back and block slightly with Victor playing. His boy that could get multiple blocks. As the tallest player in the league, right? Is he? Slightly. But yeah, the 3-point percentage. Yeah, the players he got in right now really not that great from 3-point percentage. I don't know. It's gonna be tough to come back in that. Yeah, feel like John's Blockhead is gonna get the blowout win and probably move up to closer to the top 2 seed. Especially if 808 Melo losing, or get closer to catching the number 2 seed. Then we got defending champs These Nuts versus Fantasy Savage, the defending champs from the year before last season. And looks like the last season defending champs is gonna get the W over the defending champs from the year before last, and Fantasy Savage trying to come back in 3-pointers made, 3-pointers percentage, and that's about it. Every other category looks locked out of. But the points category is very close. Let's see what the matchup is. 3-on-3. Interesting. 3-on-3. Interesting. And it looks pretty even. The 3-on-3 looks pretty even. As far as they could probably get close to the same amount of points. 3-pointers. It's gonna be tough to get. Beat out. Yeah, it's gonna be tough to beat out. Come back in 3-pointers. For Fantasy Savage. So yeah, looks like these nuts gonna win that matchup and possibly get the number 1 seed now. Since Melo 808 team that Melo is losing, almost in 2-8 or close to it. So preview. Let's go to the preview for next week. So my squad versus Buzz City Bums. Oh yeah, and the game of the week for week 8 was, what was it? Oh, I still ain't go to it. It was Orlando Pride versus Team Alexander. So yeah, that was the game of the week. Wait, was it? Or it could have been Buzz City Bums versus John's Blockheads. But we'll give it to Orlando since Buzz City Bums is super close to 500. We'll give the game of the week to these boys. So Orlando Pride and Team Alexander is tied. Well, no. Orlando Pride is winning. Team Alexander trying to come back in field goal percentage. And slightly steals. And even free throw percentage, it looks like, right? Yeah, trying to come back in the percentages, free throw and field goal, and assists and steals he could come back in. So let's see what he got. Ooh, he only got 2 players playing and Bradley Beal is out. So he only relying on Brook Lopez versus these 4 kids. Yeah, Team Alexander. Unless these boys have a very off day from their free throw and field goal percentage. So only we could come back holding boys have an off day. But as far as the counting stats is steals, yeah, there's no way he's coming back. And steals or assists with only Brook Lopez playing, no way. So it looks like he can only come back in 2 categories and tie it up 5-5. That's the best he could get, tie up 5-5. But yeah, all the other categories, yeah, is a wrap. So Orlando Pride is gonna win the game of the week, and then we got preview. All right, let's do preview for week 9. Let's do a quick Buzz City Bums versus Team Alexander. My squad, so 2 teams coming off of W's. I'm pretty sure. Buzz City Bums is, I think, coming off of L. Well, I have to double check that, but it's gonna be an interesting matchup, man. We trying to climb back up and against a team that's closer, to 500 than us. So we're gonna see how that goes. 808 Team Melo versus Me Too Movement should be an interesting matchup as the 808 Team Melo coming off of an L, trying to come back on Me Too Movement for that. Taylor Swift Down Under versus Buckingham. Buckingham should get it, yeah. Buckingham and Taylor Swift Down Under should be an interesting matchup. Both teams close to 500. Taylor Swift Down Under, a little bit down under 500 more. So Ad City versus Make Targets Boom should be an interesting matchup. 420 V-Tour versus As Nation Part 2. These Nuts versus Hold You Fat. Team Alexander versus John's Blockheads, which will probably be the game of the week. I'm guessing Orlando Pride versus Fantasy Savage should be interesting. So yeah, we got interesting games.